I understand why you think that. I don't know if I could say he does it better than Ken. I did say in the video some parts he's more listenable than Ken, because like, let's be honest, sometimes Ken is just like saying random bullshit over.
And the auto tune is like so fucking clippy that it's just hard to. I sometimes I just can't. I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, sometimes the flows are just kind of, you just can't really follow it.
They're like offbeat too.
That hardcore was not it, dude. I don't know what he was thinking with that, but it is what it is. People like it.
I think obviously he's a part of Opium and like he's got that wave behind him, but I don't know. Like I feel like that's kind of dying out a bit. Like I think this next project he got is kind of a test.
Like for Opium or Ken specifically?
Ken. I think Opium is like the strongest cosign you can get.
Yeah, because I mean Cardi's definitely going up right now, and the whole Opium image and Lone is going up right now, but I guess Ken is kind of stagnant.
That's what I'm saying.
He hasn't really dropped anything. I don't know if he's dying. I mean, people still talk about Ken every day. People are still like trying to sound like Ken, you know.
I think they're like it's a nostalgia thing now, though.
You think so?
Yeah. Like I'm rooting for him because I'm like, please make Project X caliber music. But and so I hope he does, and he's got like the aesthetic and everything, which is super important. But the music just ain't hitting right now for me.
Steve, okay, so like the snippets I've listened to, like for example, songs like Almighty O and like that Caltech song and what's that song called, Singapore. I feel like he's sort of getting better at making like, you know, hits, sort of like, you know, better at making hype music, making it more listenable, which is like good because that means like on the ears of mainstream audiences, it's less of like, you know, oh, what is this? It's just some like TikTok music, turn this off. And more like, oh, this, I mean, he's kind of going hard, blah, blah, blah. I like it, which would be good for Ken. He gets more listeners, more plays, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if I could really say he's dying right now, honestly.
I don't think that.
I feel like
I don't see anything. I don't see as much growth as Lone, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think they've even tried to push him yet, honestly. I feel like we got to give him a chance to like even do the same things they've done with Lone, with Ken, if that makes sense. You know, because Ken has like, or Lone had, he had If Looks Could Kill, which was a snippet that I heard of, and I even as a Lone hater, I liked it, and then it got pushed on TikTok, and then the whole he got like how do I explain this? Lone really also got pushed as like sort of a meme. I don't know if you agree with this, but like on the whole like, oh, it's so opium, this is so destroy lonely meme really did help him out.
Yeah, like the TikTok, and like black clothes, whatever.
Yeah, and obviously he had the project that had some push. Obviously, whole even though that video made no sense, it was kind of like stupid and cringe. He had to like look kill a video, so he had a lot of things working for him. But Ken really, I just think he just hasn't even had the chance to do anything like that yet. And I don't know if it's like the label or if it's like Ken, because you never really know. We always make like assumptions that, oh, the artist is lazy or whatever. But you know, honestly, it could be the label holding him back. So hopefully they give him that push soon. He is kind of stagnant right now. I agree with that.
I don't think it's so labels through just doing these, being part of a lot of campaigns at this point. And I'm pretty sure Taz Taylor and like other people who are inside have kind of given a look into it as well, that labels don't really, they don't like push randomly on like, oh, he's ready. It's more like, is a snippet kind of popping off on TikTok? Oh, let's pour gasoline on it and start getting people to react to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like Lone just has that kind of it factor that people want to react to his music. Like maybe it's just better overall. Whereas Ken, I just feel like there hasn't been that like yeah, he has the Opium hype behind him on SoundCloud, and like the Keltec snippet compilation just hit 1 million on SoundCloud after like 3 months. It's like a snippet, and it hit 1 million. So that there's definitely hype. But like, if you recall, he also had an album coming out the 17th, and then that got delayed. And it's like, why do albums get delayed? Because, you know, the label, if it's about to sell fucking 100K, they're not going to delay it, right? Logically.
Yeah.
I see as a business, the only reason to delay shit is if like it's not ready, or if it's the marketing isn't going to be on point. Like they're trying to project the sales, and like the sales just right now aren't going the way they want. So they're going to sit there. They're going to go on tour with Cardi, bring up his hype more, like you were saying before, because Cardi's just continuing to go up, and then use that.
I mean, I think, I don't think it was, if it was delayed because of like, you know, they predicted it wasn't going to sell as good. I don't think that's necessarily because Ken doesn't have hype. Like we have to be honest, like he just kind of announced a great chaos out of nowhere with literally like no push, like at all. Like we got a couple pictures of merch and like some like Photoshop images, and you know that's not really enough to see like, you know.
But isn't that what they all do anyway? Like the whole Opium, like that's what they run off of. They run off of random like, hey, hi Twitter. It's like, oh shit, a project's dropping. That's what everybody starts thinking.
Yeah, but I feel like with Lone, it was a little bit more behind it than that, though. Like he did, like, I don't know.
But I
feel like, first of all, he kind of shot himself in the foot by having it like the release date so early, and then doing the like rollout, or quote unquote rollout, so close to June 17th or July 17th. I mean, at that point, you're not even giving the fan base and social media a chance to build the hype for the album. Like you're giving them like a few weeks to a month, which is not really enough, you know.
But I feel like his fans are always salivating anyway. It does, like there doesn't need to be a project. Like I get what you're saying, to get hype behind the concept, but like say Cardi, and I know this is probably not the best example, but Cardi could literally be like, yo, next Friday, we're dropping shit on a stick, and it's like, oh fuck, like there doesn't need to be a concept that everyone's getting behind.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So you're saying like their Opium fans usually like, you know, kind of dick eat everything they do in general, so it should have made sense for like them to do the same thing with Ken. Right.
I just think that there wasn't maybe a like substantial snippet that the label thought was going to do super well, and so they're like, okay, let's try and spark something else somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, Keltec is a good, I like it, you know, and I like some of the snippets I heard on it, but I do agree there's not really anything that has like that it factor, or like sort of like, oh, this is gonna go viral, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, I feel like maybe they could be I understand what you're saying, because you definitely know more about labels than me. I'm not like saying that it's not true that they don't do it like, oh, here's a snippet, let's sort of let's put gasoline on it, let's make this blow up. But I feel like at the same time, they could have done something a little bit more creative than just having like one snippet that blew up. That might be the easiest way, but I feel like him and his team could have at least came up with something more.
But that's what they did for If Looks Could Kill, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
that's when they said we're gonna drop the album right when that shit went off. They're like, okay, let's get the project ready to go, because that's the easiest way to monetize off of it.
Yeah, I'm saying that, I'm acknowledging that's the easiest way to do it, but I'm saying I feel like they could have done something different. I feel like they have the power and push to do something, you know, a little bit more creative. But I'm not denying that definitely that's the easiest way, and that's probably the preferred way. And more likely than not, yeah, that probably is why they delayed it. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I don't know why else you would delay shit.
Yeah.
Like why?
Has anything else been delayed from like a artist in like the new gen sort of underground scene right now?
I mean, no, but there's been examples of like Kanye scrapping entire projects, so he delayed it, right? There's been Uzi with Eternal Atake, it leaked, and then he's like, oh, it's not ready yet. And then with Pink Tape, he delayed that for so long because he even said on Academics thing, he didn't know what to drop. Yeah. Like, that's the only reason.
Yeah, probably is most likely the reason. I'm rooting for Ken too, man. Like, I don't really.
I'm rooting for everyone. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like why he decided to, do it like that. Like, he just kind of tweeted out, "Hey, a great chaos, July 17th. Also, here's a fan page, but it's not my fan page though, guys. But it's out there. Like, it's kind of weird." And usually that is how it works. Honestly, like, you're right. Like, literally, fans eat that stuff up. Like, if you go on like what's like the core where the core community is, like Twitter and Reddit,
right? If
like
Cardi were to say
every little thing,
if Cardi were to say we're dropping Die Lit 2, someone would create an Instagram page, Die Lit 2. Everyone would be like, oh fuck, let's start thinking of like release date theories. Oh well, this dropped on August 14th, so that must mean on 2024 it's gonna drop on August.
They would make their own. That's the craziest part. Opium fans would make their own like promotional trailers, their own like posters for it, and then like it would just blow up like organic.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, where is that?
I don't know. I just feel like in this specific instance, it might just be like, I don't know if I could definitely agree. I just feel like he could have done a better job. It was just too short of a time frame, in my opinion. Even with If Looks Could Kill and No Stylist, those had like months of build up, months at minimum. I think No Stylist was like what, a year at least, a year and a half, if I remember correctly. And with A Great Chaos, we only really got a month. And even then, I was seeing like a lot of fan created promotional material that was pretty good. And like even on YouTube, videos of like, where they do the compilations where it's like all a Great Chaos snippets. Those videos were doing pretty good too, and people were genuinely interested in the songs. I just don't think a month is enough to organically have a push like that.
All right, I could see that. I could.
But yeah, regardless,
we'll see,
hopefully. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
it's probably not even gonna be a great cast. It's probably gonna be like some other crazy, weird, like style or name they come up with or something.